following program comes to you in color.
Very pleasant good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be on this big blue marble. It's Walt back with you for another round of Runway DFW live and in color from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport here in Texas. We've got planes to see and chat to be made, so stick around with us for the next couple hours as your man with the camera surveys the scene here at one of the world's busiest airports. We're going to have a lot of this tight. I'm pushing buttons with my cold fingers on a screen. There is the East Tower of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport with the downtown of Dallas in the background, and we're here to see you. Hello there. Anthony Gwynn and, O'Malley notes that we are in color. Unlike all those other streams. Anthony Gwynn, channel member, and thank you, O'Malley, for being here, one of our great mods. Anthony Gwynn says it's cold out there. Brr. Thanks, Walt. Well, let's see how cold it is. Could it be that cold? Let's see what my watch says. My watch is not cooperating. 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind out of the north at 14 miles an hour. So, yeah, it's a little chilly. I'm all layered up, so we're okay. We're here at our usual place at Founders Plaza here at the big airport. Veronica Peters says hello, Walt and everyone. Rich Carlisle with a good evening from Indiana. Emery just with a $5 super chat. Walt, did you hear, and thank you for that, Emery, did you hear Alaska Airlines is leaving Dallas Love Field and consolidating at DFW? Yes. We were going to discuss that, but we might as well jump right into that. Alaska was down to just one flight a day at Dallas Love Field. And so they decided to punt that. And so that will end their occupancy of a couple of gates at Dallas Love Field. And there's some speculation that might make more room for Delta to expand operations at Dallas Love Field. Who knows? All right, let's get to some planes here, and we'll get back to your messages. Let's see what we've got taken off here. It's American flight number 2598 to Guadalajara, 737-800. There it is. We have North Flow tonight, so everything's going to be kind of far away except for the UPS planes which pop in here. But we do get a good look at the planes as they launch themselves into the stratosphere. We've got a cloud cover tonight, so we've got a little bit of texture to the sky this evening. So we get to see bottoms of planes, which we don't normally see on South Flow days here. A little jealous of our friend Kevin at Airline Videos Live, who's watching the planes in Phoenix this week, visiting with family members. And you can see how rapidly they can, the air controllers can set flights free. As soon as one plane leaves the runway, the next one gets the green light to take off. As you can see on that shot, we've got, well, in that picture, we've got one tri-jet, right? And, well, I was going to try to show you two of them in another shot, but my lens won't go that wide. So there's two more tri-jets here. This one. And one right next door to it. This one. They're both getting loaded up. So hopefully we'll see one or both or all three of these aircraft take to the skies tonight. Kevin says, good evening, Walt, and the Runway DFW family. Thank you for that. Theo Smaglick, channel member. Good evening, everyone, mods and members. Roger Williams asking, does Epic Toastman still live stream? He does not currently, but we did talk to him a week or so ago. He stopped by to say hello, and he said in the spring he's hoping to return to the YouTube airwaves. So I look forward to that. He's in school, so he doesn't have a lot of free time during school hours. American Flight 2190 going to Silao in Mexico is now on the run. It's a 737-800. We'll digitally go in just a little further on that. The planes take off more than a mile away from where we are located. Oh, and the other thing we don't have tonight, mainly because of the cold, and it's one less thing for me to tear down, I don't have air traffic control radio going. It was just more wires, and I'm going to try for a very quick teardown tonight. I don't know how successful I'll be. So I hope you can kind of hear the ATC in the background, but I don't have it piped in. We don't have a very clear signal to it. So Kevin says you got a 747-8 from Miami, being at just after 10 o'clock Central Time. So that's something to look forward to. We should be here till about 10:30 tonight, I would think, Central Time. Let's check out a landing. It's American Flight 2465 from Santa Ana, California. Yet another 737-800. And you'll see what I mean about how far away we are from the aircraft as this one comes in. Steelers Nation with a good evening from everyone, to everyone, from all of us here in the Steel City. I guess our friends along the east coast of the USA are getting some, or have been getting some snow. Emery, you're just with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Emery. How do you get the comms from ATC? Well, we have a scanner. Is it a Bearcat? A Bearcat scanner, which we tune into the frequency involved. There are a number of frequencies, of course, related to aircraft activity at a big airport like this. Looking for the next plane taking off here. I think it's already in the sky. I have missed it, ladies and gentlemen. Shadow Dragon says good evening. Becky H. Davies says hello, Walt. Hello to you, Becky. Rachel Dolly Hug, channel member, says, Walt, you've got a really awesome camera. We've got several awesome cameras. And yeah, it really wouldn't be possible to do a nighttime stream from a location like this without awesome cameras. And for that, we, of course, have to give thanks to our Runway DFW sponsor, James Webb, and also to all of our channel members who help us keep this show on the road. We are looking now, I think, for American Eagle Flight 6440, which is headed off to Yuma, Arizona, CRJ 701ER. I'd like to say hello to Luke, the Random Spotter, one of our mods and channel members. Allie French says Minnesota, Minneapolis and New York City are all covered in snow currently. So if you're in any of those areas, well, stay out of the snow. Just stay warm indoors and we'll watch the planes together. Well, I guess I missed the latest plane taking off, didn't I? Yeah, the lens I have on this camera is not wide enough for me to zoom out and see planes, so we'll do the best we can. It looks like we've got American Eagle well, there it is. Here's a plane. So looks like another American Eagle CRJ, and I will get you the specifics on this one shortly. And that was flight 6470 American Eagle off to Durango, CRJ 701ER. And now, at this time, another American Eagle flight. This one will be an E-Jet, an Embraer 175. In the, I think this is it. See a Spirit plane lining up for takeoff. All right, let's see where this Spirit bird is off to. That's Spirit Flight 561 going to Las Vegas at Airbus A320. I know you don't see it yet. Let's see if we go over this way. Should be down there somewhere. I see on the radar a Cargo Lux 747 going to Houston. It has not yet started motivating, but it is on the radar, so that's something to look forward to. Mark S. is tuning in from the Madison, Wisconsin area. Thanks for being out in the cold for us. You and the mods and the show are all greatly appreciated. I especially appreciate the mods. They're the soul of Runway DFW. I'm just the guy who takes the pictures. All right, here comes that banana bird. And occasionally you'll see planes in the background that are coming in for a landing over on the east side of the airport. We're on the west side. Got an American Airlines A321neo next for takeoff from runway 36 right. It's going to Portland, Oregon. And I think we missed it. There it is. Take a gander over at one of the three tri-jets over there. Looks like this one's getting fueled up. Cargo door open, but no activity there at the moment. Mark S. is now a twin jet member of Runway DFW. Thank you, Mark S. Game Boy Lyric says, good evening, everyone. John Bowman says, love it, sir. And thanks for showing us the DFW lineup tonight, even though it's cold out there. Well, it comes with the territory. I do prefer to come to you when it is a bit warmer out here, but I'm all layered up, so I think it'll be okay. I see Josh Aldrich in the chat and Kai. Both of them are also moderators. Thank you both to both of you. Edwin, Texas, channel member, says howdy. I missed this earlier, so let me get back to this. Lori M., a Quad Jet channel member of the channel. Lori, thank you so much. 3 cheers for Walt, bringing us the action from DFW Airport. Thank you, Lori. And I think I overlooked this one too, from Dale Helton, a great channel member. Hello, Walt and Moderation Federation. Thank you to you, Dale. So I think we've got everybody covered here. Just Planes Crazy, channel member, says a plane spotting doubleheader tonight, AVL and Runway DFW. Yeah, a lot warmer where our friend Kevin is. Ascending Dragon 1 says greetings and felicitations from Nueva Casa Bueno and Silveron. Anna, the dispatcher, is at work tonight. Will be an early evening for me due to an early show tomorrow. So thank you for joining us, and our all the best to Anna. Caught this one on the way out. If you are new to Runway DFW, a special welcome. We try to be out here 2-3 times a week. Sometimes we detour over to Dallas Love Field. I was looking at our page the other day. Well, I think it was YouTube that alerted me to the fact that we've now posted more than 500 videos over the course of our tenure here on YouTube since we started in the end of 2021. American Eagle 4037 touching down from Laredo, Texas, in Embraer 175. Anthony Guinan, thank you for that $5 super chat. Just think of the Cayman Islands. Yeah, that is a thought that will warm the cockles of one's heart. Thank you for that. American 2417 is headed out to Mexico City. It's not that plane that's traveling in the foreground there, but there's one way in the background. Now making the turn on 36 right. Channel member Danny Jackson says, how much longer will you be out tonight? Probably till around 10 o'clock Central Time. So it'll be about 2 more hours if I can make it through this this cold snap. Yeah, we're looking for the Mexico City flight to take its leave here. Emery, you're just with a $2 super chat. What is taxiing? Well, you might have seen a plane in the foreground, which is coming in from Destin Fort Walton Beach. That plane there. Oh no, that's the plane from Destin Fort Walton Beach there. I don't know if I have the answer to that, Emery. We have a... Is this correct? A $50 super chat from Danny Jackson. Thank you, Danny. That's very generous and much appreciated on this cold February night. All right, the Mexico City flight is on the move. Did I miss it? Well, there it is. Maybe I should quickly break out the scanner, because it seems like it sounds dead without the air traffic control, even if it is a little scratchy sometimes. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to reset our cameras. I'm going to go over to our vehicle and procure the scanner. So if you can hang out for a little bit, we'll be right back with more from Runway DFW. And we have squelch. All right, we'll dispense with the music. We'll get back to our regular programming. Let me get my hood back up here. Okay, anything happened while I was gone? I hope not. Well, the 747 is on the move. Once again, this is 747-8, which is on the way to Houston Intercontinental Airport. And I'll get a picture of it here for you momentarily. As best we can. I think we're still waiting for it to come into view. No, I didn't mean that. Okay. So yes, Patrick alerting us to the movement. Watching on his flight radar. So yeah, we should see it coming into this shot momentarily, as you see coming down from the sky, American Flight 3008 from Austin. Well, that doesn't sound very good, does it? RJ Luke with a good evening to all. Hello, RJ. Well, we should be seeing this 747. There it is. The distinctive profile of the Queen of the Skies. From a distance. I've been going a little closer digitally. Let's see here. Push this magic button. We welcome a new subscriber to the channel whose name just popped up on the screen. I'm not on the right, I was on the wrong side of the airport there. As frequency-wise. All right, the Queen is getting ready to take off. So here goes the big jet off on a short hop to Houston. It's not a cloud, it's a sign, which we ran into there. Gene says, I love watching all commercial big boys on a channel like this, and I definitely love watching the queens. Well, we should have one more queen to see later tonight, at least according to our sources. And I'd like to thank, big thanks to Simon 007, who's upgraded their membership to Quad Jet. Thank you so much, Simon 007. Extravaganza? Why, that's Mary, right? Or maybe that's different, I don't know. Hello, Walt. Hello, Mods. Hello. And Simon 007 coming to us from Oregon. So now we know where you are. Volaris Flight 801 is off to Mexico City. This will be an Airbus A321 Neo. Let's see if we can get a bead on it. Right next door to us. A 767 is warming up. It's flight 751. It's going to Louisville. Matt James says hello from Leeds. Thank you for such a brilliant stream. Love the queens. Well, we don't have too many queens here, not like some airports, unfortunately, but we do get our... We usually can squeeze in one or two per broadcast. And Edwin, Texas, channel member, informs us that there's two 747s headed to DFW over the next 2 hours. So we hope to be here long enough to bring those both to you. Gene says, I find plane spotting a lot more enjoyable than TV sometimes, especially when cloud coverage makes it impossible for me to look at my dish shows. Woot Doctor says, I like the long shot when you can see a takeoff and stacked arrivals at the same time. We did capture a little bit of that on one of our recent takeoffs. So final checks are being made in the cockpit. see, we have a little salute to make to this aircraft.
1997.
That is a 20th century aircraft. And Luke, I have to correct you. He says, ooh, 2 trijets. No, there are 3 trijets. There are just 2. There are 2 of them in this picture there. And then this 767 is going to go by the 3rd one here in a moment. ALC Roblox Cruises says nice work with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Omega Sunrise says there's a little mishap today involving my Qatar 777 before it got towed to the south end. It rolled 15 feet without the hitch. We corrected it, no harm done. Wow. Aviation Geek says hello. Hello to you. So do we even say where this plane is going? I was going to Louisville. Okay. We say hello to Victor Fonseca, checking in from Pennsylvania, where when I travel, I always have to get my connecting flight from DFW, beautiful airport. I'm sure our DFW Airport overlords will be happy to hear that. We do have a Dreamliner, which is approaching the takeoff position on runway 36 left. I don't see a, don't have a flight number, don't have a destination for it. All I know is it's American Airlines. So let's see what's up with that. See if we can find it first of all. It's a Dreamliner, pretty big plane. Well, I have to say I'm not seeing it. Well, there's the East Tower and one of the three MD-11s. You can see a little pond of water there. We had some rain. We've had some rain recently here. Don't see any coyotes out there tonight, though. Not yet, anyway. Saw some. What was it? Saturday? Can't remember. Well, that Dreamliner that we were looking at is now no longer on the radar, so maybe they were just parking it. As you can see, as we look down here, you can see several jets. Are they all American? I think they are. Parked in the de-icing area. I don't think there's any de-icing going on tonight. It's not cold enough for that, but that's used as kind of overflow parking here on the west side of DFW. You'll often see some Qatar or Qantas flights, or usually foreign carriers, or often foreign carriers down there. As you see, the wind is whipping up here on our tripod. Got everything weighed down an extra amount tonight. Hoping not to have any catastrophes. Let's see. We've got I should show you this. We have a new vehicle tonight. It's not the new official vehicle of Runway DFW, but it's a loaner. It's a Hummer. Can you believe it? An electric Hummer. I didn't even know there were electric Hummers, but there it is. And until the official vehicle of Runway DFW gets repaired, we're rolling in that thing. Jose Gonzalez says, "Good evening. I looked up the American Airlines on Open ADSB, no flight number either. By the way, do you know a good spot to spot on the east side? I want to catch some FedEx planes." I don't. Not officially. There's really no official place to plane spot over on the east side of the airport. HaveMo63 says, "Walt, you suffer for your art." Thank you, sir. Well, thank you. Shelton says, "Have you tried the crab walk feature on the Hummer?" I barely. It's the biggest vehicle I've ever driven. I mean, I've driven like pickup trucks before, but this thing is like wide, this Hummer thing. This plane coming in from Boston, the home of our friend Sarah Deal. This is American Flight 3102. It is a 737-800. There you see it. We're about to see the takeoff of Flight 751 UPS to Louisville. Let's see if we can get that in our sights, shall we? That's the plane. That is the plane that just landed. There's the 767. Once again, this plane going to the UPS Worldport in Louisville on runway DFW after dark on a frosty, I guess it's not officially frosty, it's in the 30s, but it's not freezing yet. And of course we're talking Fahrenheit here. Well, it's close to freezing. It's 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Just above 0 Celsius. Brian Henry is checking in with us to share the news that he's been a Twinjet member of the channel now for 20 months. Feels like yesterday. Stay warm. Thank you, Brian. Your support is very much appreciated. Just a little musical reminder that you're watching Runway DFW After Dark as we complete 1 hour of broadcasting and we move into the second hour. Hopefully we'll see a lot more stuff as we go through the night, so join us, won't you, for Runway DFW. American Eagle 3446 arriving from Lubbock in Embraer 175. Our thanks to Rachel Dally Hug for gifting 5 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Rachel. That's very nice. And we welcome our newest channel members: Omega Sunrise, Janet Jones 43, Gary Davis, Justin Hughes, and Proud Native American Woman. Our 5 new members, thanks to Rachel Dally Hug. American Flight 2267 to Kansas City, 737-800 is next to take off from here on the west side of DFW Airport. And Zot Boo, did I get that right, is our newest subscriber to the channel. Subscriptions are free, so come one, come all. Now, where is this plane? We should see it somewhere down there. Ah, there it is. Sometimes it's a little hard to pick up amongst all those lights. El Toro 66 says, Walt, any snow at DFW yet? Not tonight. I don't think there's any in the forecast for tonight. Yeah, it is cloudy and cold here for the next day or so. Although you never know, something could pop up. There's Ascending Dragon 1 says, good night all, keep warm, Walt. Oh, I'm going to be okay. Thanks for stopping by. And again, our best to Anna, your lovely bride. Here is a look at one of the 3 MD-11s over there. Let me see what our friends at Jet Tip have to say. So we should have one of those 3 MD-11s headed off to Louisville in about an hour from now, and then another one going to Chicago Rockford International Airport about an hour after that at 10:30. We may not stretch that far into the night. I'm not sure about tonight. We do have set to arrive what is described as a white-tail 747-400 coming in from Anchorage at 9:07, which is about a half hour from now. We'll be here for that. And then right after 10 o'clock, a Cathay Pacific cargo 747-8 from Miami coming in. And that's right around 10 o'clock. So 2 more, if we're lucky, 2 more 747s and at least one MD-11 on this broadcast. We see the delightful Skittles checking in. Hello, Skittles. I was just had an email from our mutual friend Kevin at Wellington Flights Live, who is looking forward to meeting you in person in Sydney in the next few weeks, and he said he will take very good care of you, as he knows you might be a little bit apprehensive about such a long flight. Beaver123 says, hello, Walt. Hope you have a good night plane spotting. So far, so good. Cold, but we're A-okay here. And Luke wants to know if Skittles is reporting in from the driveway, as often she does when she gets done with work. M. Mick says, howdy again, Walt, from a chilly G-Town. You're a tough hombre casting in this not-so-favorite temps. Well, you know, again, if you load up on clothing, then you'll be doing okay. Let's see what else we got for you. We should be seeing Qantas headed out to Sydney not too long from now. Qantas flight, the flight number, flight 8. Let's see if that's on the radar yet. I do see Qantas flight 8. It has pushed back from the Terminal D, so we'll see that soon. That's a Dreamliner making a long journey to Sydney. Storm Chaser Mark says, hello everyone, hello to you. And Skittles, changing things up a little bit here, says to Luke, in the house from the kitchen. So good for you. And she adds, it's supposed to snow here on the coast of Washington State tomorrow. Well, I hope you don't have to drive through that, because you have some long driving to do. Rohit Parkal says, I've seen a lot today. A fire in the neighborhood, a neighbor running over his dog while reversing. A man getting arrested under a bridge without a license, and a tornado warning in Jackson, Mississippi. That is a very eventful day there in Jackson. Nothing that eventful happening here at Founders Plaza. We're just watching the planes. It looks like we've got flight 3059 American Airlines off to Phoenix, Arizona. This will be an Airbus A321. And we will fire up camera 1 here to figure out where that is, and we'll watch it go up in the sky. You and me here on Runway DFW. Alright, off to the Valley of the Sun, where our plane spotting pal Kevin with Airline Videos Live has been hanging out the last few days. Lots of good vantage points at that Phoenix airport, I have to say. Just tuning in, we've got what they call North Flow here today. It's essentially reverse ops for DFW Airport. And so it's kind of suboptimal ops for us. There's United Jet just came in from Denver, a MAX 8, flight 1565. Mark Coker says, loved going to Founders Plaza and watching planes when I was living in Mansfield, not too far from here. Didn't realize it's open at night. I don't know that it's always been open at night. In fact, if you look at YouTube, not YouTube, but Google Maps, it'll say it's open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Well, that's not correct. In fact, I think on the official page they have at DFW Airport at their website, it also says they're open. They have opening and closing hours, but I've been coming here regularly since the end of 2021, and it's always been open when I've come here, and I've come here pretty darn early in the morning and stayed pretty darn late at night. So I can't testify to the 24-hour bit, and they do have gates that are capable of being closed on the front of the facility here, but so far I haven't seen it not be open. Rose Cox says, where is this airport at? Well, it's Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. We're in Texas in the United States. And it is kind of midway between Dallas and Fort Worth. The airport's celebrating its 51st birthday last month. And we are at Founders Plaza, which is a special area set aside for plane spotters. All right, I think we can see the Flying Roo, Qantas Flight 8 to Sydney, 7879 Dreamliner there in the center of your screen. Can we digitally zoom in a little bit more? There it is. I have to tell you, this wind is penetrating through multiple layers of clothing. Gliding past us now is an Airbus A300 UPS flight 755 going to Chicago Rockford International Airport. Ah, there's a Martinair. We usually catch some Martinairs. That one that went through the picture was coming in from Tyler, Texas. It's a Cessna 208B S Super Cargo Master. And speaking of that Super Cargo Master, right there, more or less in the center of your shot, 20th century plane.
1989.
Well, we're having very little success with our scanner tonight. You would think based on our location we'd get really excellent reception, and I don't know why we don't. Rachel says, I really wish I had the money to learn how to fly. You know, if you have a computer and a flight simulator software, it doesn't cost that much. I mean, there's some money involved, but if you can put together that, you can pretty much learn how to fly. Now, of course, you're not going to get a pilot's license based on that, but I think you would find out how much you did or did not really like to do that, if that makes sense. Anyway, it's a thought, and maybe you've done that already, I don't know. You're still outside. You could be in your nice warm vehicle. I said you could be in your nice warm vehicle.
What's that?
You could be in your nice warm vehicle.
I was for a little bit. I had to make a phone call.
Oh, I do believe that our Aussie friends have received the nod for takeoff. Here comes the big Dreamliner. Incoming, American Flight 3159 from San Francisco and Airbus A321. I need to zoom in a little bit on this one, I think. We're going to quickly flip over to see if we can catch a flight headed out to San Francisco. And if it looks like I don't know where it is, it's because I don't know where it is. That is? No, I think that's the plane that just landed. Well, I'm as confused as you are. I thought I saw it on the move.
Well, I think I'm going to take off. I'm going to finish watching you on the computer and grab a quick bite to eat.
Okay, that sounds great.
So,
It's good seeing you again.
chances are I'll see you again, so.
Say hello to everybody.
Oh, definitely.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, Steve Lundaby. I'm from North Dakota. Crazy kid that keeps coming down here, visit Walt.
He does. He makes the long drive. How long is that drive?
It's about 17 and a half hours.
Wow.
I do it in two. I don't do it in one shot.
Right.
But
That'd be crazy.
could easily do it. But
Let's see. Well, there's Steve. So say hello. Great to see you again.
people down here complain it's cold. It's a lot colder where I'm from. It's like 17 below, maybe 23 below tonight. That's below zero. And
Fahrenheit. Yeah.
So this is not that bad.
For him.
For me.
I'm dressed like the Michelin Man, and he's kind of got just a little jacket on. Well, you got a couple layers.
I got a couple layers. So
Yeah.
Got a sweatshirt and a little heavier jacket. But I don't dress much warmer than this at home.
Wow. Well, okay. Well, I
don't wear tennis shoes
at home.
at home. Well, I do most of the time, but if I got to go out and do some stuff, then I'll wear my hiking boots
Yeah.
and stuff, and gloves.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Well, safe travels. You're going to be out here again, or when are you going back?
I'm going back on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So you'll be here a
So
while.
if you're here out here again, I'll be here.
Okay, I might be out here on Saturday. My next 2 nights are booked, but maybe Saturday. Okay, hope to see you then.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna be here, I'll be here.
Okay, that's
So I can
such a deal.
I can annoy you some more.
Nah. Okay, well, safe travels. Relax, warm up.
Wait up. We'll see you later.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Rachel says now, that's a plane spotter right there. I would say so, yes. Incoming from Los Angeles, American Flight 2024, an Airbus A321. North Dakota. That is far. That is far away. And that is very cold. No wonder he's down. This is probably like springtime to him where we are. Johnny Dodge says Steve is a great guy. He really is. And Rachel says, we up north people are a tough breed when it comes to the cold. I'll say. I don't think I could do it. I guess if I was born, well, I was born in the New York City area, so it wasn't like, that's a little more temperate than, I guess, the upper Midwest here in the U.S. But still, got kind of cold. Well, I don't have much to show you right now. The next incoming flight is from Denver, Colorado. Frontier Flight 4070 and Airbus A321neo. I can tell you that Yukon the Caribou is painted on the tail of this aircraft, although I don't think we're going to get a good enough shot to be able to identify Yukon. Mark Coker says, was stationed at Grand Forks Air Force Base, and yes, it does get dang cold up there. And watch that language there, Mark. Okay, now Johnny Dodge says, at least it's not 100 outside. But you know what? 100 degrees, I can live with that, really. It really is more tolerable to me than the 30s. And we're talking Fahrenheit, of course, here for our international viewers. There's an American Eagle E-Jet getting towed over to the hangar for some R&R. There's the Frontier plane way down there. Can we get any closer than that? A little bit. We now have a tri-jet on the radar.
Flight 4070, cross and increase the Fred Hector Whiskey Kilo. Turn left on Foxtrot, Yankee, contact now.
And I think it's going to be this one. Luke says it's 1 degree Fahrenheit in northwest Iowa now. We'll get to negative 12 degrees Fahrenheit by tomorrow morning. Oy. So cockpit occupado on this MD-11. WAS Radio with a hello from Sydney. Good afternoon on a Thursday afternoon where Warren is. Hello, mods and friends. Hey there, Warren. Some flashlight action going on there as some last minute observations are made. And Johnny says, Walt is right about the heat. It doesn't get to you like the cold, and it's hard to do stuff with gloves on. Yeah. I mean, if I ever feel really hot, my mind always reels back to a day like this. And, you know, if I've got equipment that's kind of heating up and giving me problems, I don't know. So El Toro 66 sees it the other way. I see the cold hot issue this way. In the cold, you can always put on more layers of clothes, but in the hot, you can only remove so much clothing before you get in trouble. Well, I'm good in the heat with, you know, a t-shirt and some shorts. I don't think I need any less clothing than that to be comfortable in the heat. And Plane Crazy Mikey says, don't know where they park, but there's a 747 on the downwind. And is that going to be the one from Anchorage? Be an Atlas Air. Oh, and this is the one that's an all-white livery. And it looks like it's going to come in on this side, so hooray for us. That's a 747-400, 17-year-old bird. And because it's all white, we should get, at least we'll be able to see it pretty clearly, I think. Omega Sunrise says, I don't miss being a UPS ramper. It was always 10 degrees colder and 10 miles per hour more windy on the flight line. I'll bet it was.
$19.91.
Here's a 20th century plane. And don't worry, we've got our eyes on the 747, so we'll be seeing that touching down in about a minute or so. Luke says that Tri-Jet sure has a nice rear engine. There we go, smoky startup. Nicholas McKinney says, good evening from Atlanta, Georgia. I will be flying back to DFW at 7 a.m. in the morning. Hope you're doing well, all. We are indeed. And now this Tri-Jet's going to give us a little bit of a hard time seeing the arrival of the 747. That's it there in the upper right side of your screen. Once again, this is Atlas Air Flight 7168 coming in from Anchorage in Alaska. Our second queen of the night. The first one we saw going out was a Cargolux? Was it a Cargolux? I think it was. Going to Houston Intercontinental Airport. Won't be long now before the MD-11 gets in the way of our view of this 747. Photobombed by an MD-11. Well, I can think of worse things.
Giant 7158, heavy left projector with Kilo, Charlie over ramp. What's your entry point, please?
50 Kilo, Charlie to Charlie 9 Giant 871. Charlie 195.
Dallas 195, this is John. Evening, confirmation review on 2 calls, 747 seconds landed, runway 36 left, clear land, wind 340 at 13, destination.
Left for ramp, Charlie 195.
Giant 7158, happy to see you. Yes,
Carlos Garcia says, good evening, Walt. Oh, that's the wrong. Didn't mean to push that button. But El Toro 66 says, so Houston has 2 airports, Hobby and Intercontinental, correct? Yes. 2 commercial airports. They have other airports, I'm certain, for that deal with corporate and private private aviation.
Well, so thanks very much. And 536, if you card two.
5436 right there.
Rachel says, we keep seeing that little Martin airplane. What was it doing just taxiing back and forth? LOL. I think it's just been sitting there on the tarmac. I don't know what the reason is. Perhaps because it comes in goes beyond the UPS area in front of us. So perhaps that the UPS traffic was keeping, the ground controllers were keeping it away from there. That's the only thing I can think of. Plain Crazy Mikey says, MD-11 says this is my show. Yeah. And our moderator and Quadjet channel member Josh Aldrich says, Plain Jane Queen. That kind of sums it up there, doesn't it? So, looks like we hopefully will be seeing that MD-11 shoot up into the heavens not too long from now. And we do have two other tri-jets on hold over there. So we'll see what's going on with them. I'm trying to find that Martin airplane now. Is it still out there? Or did it sneak in unbeknownst to us? I think it must have snuck in. Well, let's give our evening salute to the flight controllers who are keeping things moving here at DFW Airport. That is the west tower, the one closest to us, but there's a twin of it over on the east side, operated simultaneously. Crypta is our newest subscriber. Thank you for punching the button. Omega Sunrise says Nippon Cargo Airlines former livery on that 747. So now you know the rest of the story. And Kevin Hamilton says, "Hooray, Tower!" Rachel says those tower folks have a hard job. I really appreciate what they do, and I say hear to that. So we're waiting for the MD-11 to lift off. Next flight out, it looks to be American Eagle 3795 off to Abilene in Texas. Being Embraer 175. Here for you on Runway DFW from our broadcast position here at Founders Plaza at DFW International Airport. And a reminder that you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. So I'm kind of starting to do a little dancing around here. Not really dancing, just keeping the blood circulating.
Runway at 37 at 95. Runway 36 right. And off.
Down to 33 degrees Fahrenheit at the big airport. Just a skosh above freezing. All right, here comes the flight to Abilene, I think.
GPS 755 heavy to the airside. Cross runway 36 left, check back, hold your runway 36 right.
A little shaky because we're at extreme zoom.
GPS 765 heavy traffic to the position. Cross runway 36 right and taxiway Alpha. Traffic from the left on off is going to wait for you. You need to wait for United to make the turn at taxiway Hotel Alpha. Times United that's coming out of Bravo Bridge at Hotel Alpha. Continue across the Bridge, contact out, 0.65 on top, please. Have a good night.
Well, regrettably, it looks as though our MD-11 is headed over to the east side for takeoff. There it goes. We will try to keep an eye on it for you, and then we'll watch it go up from the east side if we at all can do that. A little disappointing, but you know, this one of the two remaining MDs has its cargo door closed, which could be a good sign for us. The other one still getting loaded up there. So let's say hello to our frosty cargo handlers tonight. We say good night to Josh Aldrich. Thank you, Josh, for moderating. And we will see you again soon here on Runway DFW. Greg G says hello from Santa Fe, one of our channel members. Johnny Dodge says northwest wind 20 miles an hour here with a wind chill of 21 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds about right. Catherine George wants to know, where is this? We're coming to you from Dallas Fort Worth International Airport here in Texas. One of the biggest airports in the world. We have a little treat for you here. Well, we had it. The moon had been obscured by clouds. They're kind of getting a little view of the moon here as the clouds go by. The moon, of course, was featured in our the poster for today's broadcast, our thumbnail. And I have to be honest with you, it's actually a day for night shot. I toned it in blue to make it look more nighttime-ish, but actually that image was taken on Saturday during our Saturday broadcast. The wind playing, or the clouds playing havoc with our exposure. German pilot Meinhardt, full moon tonight, very nice. Indeed. Catherine wants to know, do I do just this airport? And the answer is no. We mostly do this airport, but we go over to Dallas Love Field, usually a couple times a month. And we've been to other airports before. We've been to Austin. We have been to Austin, Texas, I should say. LAX, Los Angeles. We've been to Seoul, 2 airports in Seoul, Korea, and also to the Cayman Islands, and also to Indianapolis, all within the last year, so we get around. That is an A300 backing out, flight 761. It's on its way to Ontario, California. That A300 is 22 years old. It's kind of a low energy show today, I gotta tell you, from my just based upon my body temperature, I think. All right, let's try to take a look at American flight 78. This will be a 777 off to London Heathrow. It's taking off over on the east side of the airfield. There it is. Tally-ho. I've lost track. One of 4 or 5 daily American Airlines flights to London from DFW. British Airways has one too, the A380, until the end of the month anyway. Did see it take off this evening, but I wasn't in place to bring it to you. It's a pretty majestic sight. We have, I think, some memberships that have been gifted, and they have been gifted on behalf of our friend Texas Girl. 10 Runway DFW memberships. That's a lot of memberships. And thank you, Texas Girl. As we now are on the lookout for the MD-11 lifting off into the sky. Let's see if we can find that.
American 1458 is the aircraft leaving Transport Cross, runway 36 right, flat right.
So each of those little jingles signifies a new member, courtesy of Texas Girl. I think we lost it in the low altitude there. So let us welcome Super Cooper 2112, Owen, Zulu Romeo 8282, Judd Goldberg, Laura Combs, Jeff S., Ian SR20, Mark A44, Tiffany Lenoir, CJ Kata. Did I miss anybody? I think I got them all. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Texas Girl. Fun to see the exhaust and what it does to the colors of the runway lights. David Hanley says, hey Walt, just tuned in from Colorado, love that tri-jet. That's a popular plane, the old tri-jet. And again, as we always say here, you know, I always like to talk to the future. Hello, future. We're bringing you planes from the past. And pretty soon in our present, the Tri-Jet will be a plane of the past. Jonathan Slaughter is our newest subscriber to the channel. Thank you, Jonathan. El Toro 66 has long legs on that Airbus A330 or A300. Texas Girl says, how are you doing all tonight? I wish I was there, but work comes first. And Texas Girl, I hope your work involves heat, because I don't think you'd want to be out here tonight if you didn't have to be. There's a number of people out here. I mean, the parking lot is definitely not empty here at Founders Plaza, but I think it looks as though most people are watching from their cockpits. I'm the crazy person standing outside. Another new subscriber. I didn't get your name, but I appreciate your pushing the button. Is there anything happening over here? Okay, we've got flight 3614. This will be American Eagle, Embraer 175. And it shall be taking off to Amarillo, Texas, out there in the old Panhandle. I do believe the ceiling is crashing in on us here tonight. American Flight 1536, this will be an Airbus A321, is our next contestant. This one going to Sacramento in California, IA, here on Runway DFW. Been out here now for 2 hours. 3 if you count the time we spent setting up. And try to make it till 10. to the ether. We have a Frontier aircraft arriving. This is flight 4694 from Los Angeles, an Airbus A321. Never Stop Chasing says thank you for this stream. Hit the button, Malt. The kind voice and the views. And thank you for those kind words. Adam Turner says, I'm an hour north of DFW as the crow flies and feels like North Dakota. Stay warm, Walt. Will do, Adam. There's the Boston, our Boston friend herself, Sarah Deal, says we are getting more snow tonight. Ooh. We've got American Flight 1178 coming in from Las Vegas, an Airbus A321 Neo right there. And stand by because we're just about to see the liftoff, I think, of UPS Flight 761 to Ontario, California. That's being Airbus A300. Better look at the takeoffs than we do the arrivals here, as you can see. But yeah, it looks like the A300 is poised for takeoff, so let's see if we can dial that in. Texas Girl. I missed where Texas Girl was, but hopefully it's warmer where you are. Rachel saying goodnight. Thanks to me and the mods especially, I would say. Thanks for being with us, Rachel. Sarah says, guess what? The A380, the British Airways A380, will return to Boston from Heathrow on March 30th. Oh, that's where ours is going then. Because that's when they're going to end service to DFW with the A380. So now we have a scapegoat, Boston. Steve Lunderby says, I enjoyed talking to you while you set up. Sorry I made you forget the scanner. You didn't make me forget the scanner, Steve. And as you can hear, the scanner's not making all that much difference, really. But Tanman 3880 says, good evening, airplane peeps. Had a nice visit to Dallas today. I was able to eat at Babe's, which is a very nice local restaurant chain. As we look at the full moon as clouds are eclipsing it. Okay, we'll get back to the airplanes here in a moment. Let's see what we got going out. Next out is American 1199 to Fresno, California. So it'll be a Boeing 737-800. Oh, special livery. Oh, my favorite livery. The American Airlines most recent livery before the current one, the AA on its tail. I apologize for the sniffling. I'll try to keep it to a minimum. That was the flight to Fresno with the American Airlines retro livery. Well, I'm not the only one who likes that livery. Luke does. as does Super 80 Adrian. Luke with the bring back the cheat lines. That was a 767 you saw going through your shot there. UPS flight 767. I very much appreciate their sharing the flight number with the plane type on this one. And it's going to Louisville. It's an 11-year-old plane. If I'm not mistaken, we're about to see our first Airbus A319 of the night. Usually we see a bunch of these. American 1406 to San Antonio, Texas. Airbus A319. This is a turn-of-the-century plane dating back to the year 2000. I see smoke and slice barbecue. What did I? What did I do? I did something wrong. I'm operating with gloves and I lost my window here. Okay, let me try that again. Stand by. Okay, there it is. How are you doing tonight, Walt? Says Smoke and Slice Barbecue. Over there in Louisiana, I'm becoming increasingly chilly. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Just had a Runway DFW fan just drop in to say hello. Was he wearing shorts? I think he was wearing shorts, which is probably why he didn't linger. But one word to say. I think it's spelled with 4 letters. B-R-R-R. Maybe add a few more R's on there. Johnny Dodge says, a true Texan, shorts and 32-degree weather, LOL. MRI says, watch all your water pipes. Bye. Thank you for popping in there, MR. American Eagle flight headed off to Aspen, Colorado. It's Mitsubishi 701ER CRJ. Operated by SkyWest Airlines. So there's supposed to be a 747, another 747 on the way in. Let me see if I can track that down using the filtration function of Flight Radar 24. Official temperature at the airport now 32 degrees. It's freezing. Cathay Pacific Cargo Flight 92. Be here in 6 minutes. Coming in from Miami. A 12-year-old plane. And I can't tell yet whether it's going to come in on this side, the west side, which is the best side, or the east side, which is the not so great side. Ooh, that was a nice shot there. By chance. What was that? He asked. Well, I'll tell you what you just saw go briefly through your screen there. That was American Flight 997 off to Buenos Aires, a 777-200ER. Yes, I'm just this side of shivering at this point. Well, let me power through here. We'll get this last 747 coming in, then we'll probably call it a night, I think. Never Stop Chasing has gifted a Runway DFW membership. Thank you, Never Stop Chasing. And the lucky recipient of your largesse is Joe Esposito. So, thank you to Never Stop Chasing, and welcome to Joe Esposito. Seth Rubalcaba says, howdy Walt, what's your favorite airplane livery ever? Well, I know I'm very partial to what you call the cheat lines, which is, you know, the line that goes horizontally across the fuselage of a plane, as we saw with the American Airlines retro livery that was featured a little bit earlier in the broadcast. I don't know if I can pin it down to one. I'll have to think about that. Plane Crazy Mikey says might get a Dreamliner departure soon. Indeed, we do have American Flight 7 going to Brisbane. That'll be a 7879 Dreamliner. I think that will be going out, well, we'll see. I think that'll be going out before we get the 747 coming in, as the wind is now picking up. Cargo Lux from Miami is within shouting distance here. There's the overhead shot from the Runway DFW Hummer, which, if you missed it earlier, is our new temporary vehicle. Pick up this plane in progress as it takes to the sky. I do think we're going to see the 747 coming over on this side. The plane you just saw was Flight 2071 American Airlines going to Querétaro in Mexico. Picking up on these planes a little late, aren't we? And look what we have here, ladies and germs. Yes, it's Flight 763 off to Chicago Rockford International Airport, MD-11.
$19.95.
So we're still keeping our eye on the flight from Flight 2 Brisbane. The 747 is second in line to arrive. There's a Frontier plane that just came in from Charlotte. And I do believe that the Flight to Brisbane is going to be next to take off. Although I may be mistaken about that. Emery Urchis with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Emery. Walt, do we have any foreign airlines departing? We may within the next hour. I don't think I'm going to be here for that, as I think honestly I've got to pack things up shortly. So the flight, there's in the center of your shot there. I think that's the Dreamliner going to Brisbane. I believe I missed this. Super 80 Adrian, a new member, welcome to TriJet. I think that might be a renewal of membership. Because I seem to believe that you've been a member for a while, but we're glad to have you back. There goes the MD-11 as it taxis, and we're going to switch over now to the 747 as it comes in. Johnny Dodge says, time to warm up the heater, Walt. Indeed. We got another, there's a shot with 7 engines in one shot. The MD-11 in the foreground, and the 747 there on the way in. It's going to photobomb us again, isn't it? Well, as sometimes happens, we had kind of an embarrassment of riches here at the last minute. The flight to Brisbane got away from us. Flight 7, so happy travels to our crew on that plane. And we will hang out with you until the departure of the MD-11 to Chicago Rockford Airport. So this plane hasn't been repainted yet. We have seen here planes that go by Cathay Cargo, but I guess not all of them have been rebranded yet as Cathay Cargo. So it's still Cathay Pacific Cargo. Of course, it's I think it's in April when Cathay Pacific passenger service returns to DFW. And there you see an emergency vehicle headed out. Luke says, Trijet knows who rules this broadcast. That's true. Samantha says, good evening and hello. Hello, Samantha. El Toro 66 has never understood how those tail-mounted engines don't break the empennage off. Well, I guess you can chalk that up to engineering. But it does seem like a kind of a funky design. Distinctive. But I'm sure kind of a pain to have to work on that number 2 engine. Got to get up on scaffolding and who knows what else. Let's take a peek in there. There's Barbara P. Sterling. Walt, hello. Finally a chance to visit from South Carolina. Hello, Barbara. Good evening to you. Glad to have you on board. Barbara P. Sterling, a friend of aviation. Aviator Chad says hello, Walt. Hello, Aviator Chad. And Johnny Dodge says, yes, we have. it has been twice tonight when an MD-11 has photobombed an incoming 747. That's the first for me. I think that's the first time that's happened. At least happened twice. Okay, so we're going to see this plane take off, and then we're going to take off. We'll do, we'll put on the old chat extravaganza tonight. Those of you old hands here at Runway DFW know that chat extravaganza is our packing up portion of the program. So you don't see planes anymore, you just see me kind of packing things up. So if that's your bag, then this is the place. Kiwi Whispers has been channel member now for, what does it say here? 9 months. Wow. Good evening, Walt. What very kind of you put on a stream for my birthday. What? Did I? Is that right? For your birthday? Are the singers capable of a 1990 shout out? I think they are. So let's have a double play here. We'll give a shout out to Kiwi Whispers. 1990. And we'll play the song for him and everybody else who's got a birthday today or this month. My fingers are not activating. Oh, here we go. So we'll get a little birthday greetings. Maybe a MD-11 takeoff at the same time here on a chilly night at Runway DFW. Sorry, but I gotta fade out the music here so we can hear this plane take off. Greg G, a member for 20 months. Well, it's my birthday too, so I'm glad you are included in that birthday salute, Greg. And thank you for your extended patronage here of Runway DFW. Appreciate that very, very much. Okay, so it's time now for us, as we do at this time, to start to say goodnight. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank our official channel sponsor, James Webb, for his great support of this enterprise. Thank you, special thanks to our channel moderators, our Moderation Federation, who make your visits to Runway DFW such a nice, pleasant experience. Thank you to our other channel members, to our subscribers, and to our viewers tonight. Everybody who is hanging out with us. We'll be back probably on Saturday. I am occupado for the next 2 nights. I'm taking my grandson to the Dogman movie tomorrow night. And then on Friday it's Valentine's Day, so I have to look after Mrs. Runway DFW. So, but maybe on Saturday we'll be back. Check your local listings. Thank you for watching. Happy contrails to you until we meet again, and stand by now for Chatstravaganza on your home for DFW Airport activity, Runway DFW.
on the World Wide Web. Oldies back to back. the happy voice.
Hello. Hi there. It's totally random. This is one of my favorite songs on our playlist. Just kind of puts me in the mood to... It's called Weekend Groove. It's not the weekend, but it is kind of groovy. So that's it for us tonight. We're almost finished packing up. Got a few more things to go, but when we disconnect these things, then we go off the air. So that's the way it is. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for sticking around for Chat Extravaganza. That's always fun for me to know that you are there along with me. And I hope you had some fun tonight. I know I did. It was cold, but it was fun. So be with us next time. Click the alert bell there on the page, and that will let you know when we're going to be on the air again. Probably on Saturday afternoon when we usually come to you. We'll try that again. And my mouth is starting not to work now that it's officially freezing here at DFW Airport, so we will take our leave. I think our stream is set to flip you over to the 24-hour live LAX stream from our friends at Airline Videos Live. So if you are so inclined, head over there and chat away. We'll see you again soon on Runway DFW. Thanks and good night.
Overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufel speaking.